Christian was carrying a heavy burden. He could not escape the newfound understanding that the life he had been living was missing something. Pride had made him try to carry the burden in his own strength. But now he was wondering if there was any way to be free of it altogether. He tried to explain his unsettled thoughts and feelings to his family, but they did not sympathize with him. Rather, they thought him quite mad.
What are you going on about? Yesterday you were fine having a good job, TV, and shopping. Now it's all there has to be more to life than this. What happens when we die? What is the meaning of life? It's embarrassing. Get a grip.
Do you know how I can rid of this burden which I'm carrying?
You're not carrying a burden. It's all in your head.
After a sleepless night, Christian awoke with his heart still heavy. He found no comfort. He couldn't pretend to be. It's not that life was bad. It wasn't. But he felt drawn to, well, he didn't really know what. Christian went for a walk to clear his head. A voice greeted him with a cheery, "Hello, where are you off to at this time in the morning?"
Oh, Evangelist, I don't know. You've got to help me. I don't know what direction to go. I just know that I've been heading towards a dead end. And that's not supposed to be where I'm going.
You know that restlessness is Jesus calling you. Invite him into your life and see where it takes you. But as Christian was nodding and seriously contemplating following his advice, a colleague from the office called Mockery crossed over the road and came to join in the conversation.
Don't listen to him. He's full of mumbo jumbo. He'll just have you sit in church bored to tears every Sunday. That's his idea of a good time. If you cannot live your life based on a fairy tale, you won't find any relief in that. How could you?
Do you know how I can rid of this burden which I'm carrying?
I don't see a burden. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't give up now, Christian. This is just the start of an exciting journey. I know it doesn't all make sense to you yet, but once you step out in faith, God will open your eyes, and you'll be amazed at how differently you see the world, and what a relief it is to know that God has a role for you in it. Christian prayed his first prayer.
God, if you're real, please show me what to do next.
Are you praying? What are you praying to? That cloud over there?
No, I was just, muttering to myself. God, what a day it's been.
And with that, he scurried home, still weighed down by his burden. Nevertheless, the rumor spread. As at work, isolation gossiped.
Christian has finally lost the plot. I thought he was weak. He's thinking of going religious. You want to stay away from him.
Christian surprised himself by saying in front of the whole office almost before he knew it himself.
I know there's something called this Jesus stuff. You can gossip about me as much as you like. I need to find out for myself what's what, rather than just going along with your own opinion.
Admitting his interest in all things Jesus out loud somehow strengthened Christian's resolve, and the others backed off for a bit, until they could regroup. Mockery and isolation may not have shaken Christian on his pursuit for truth, but they felt confident they could bring him back down to earth with some good old flattery and temptation.
That promotion could be yours, as long as you stop going on about God and start acting normal again.
But Christian knew that the only way he would ever be free of the burden he carried was to keep heading in a Jesus direction. At least he thought he knew. But as he stepped past temptation, he came face to face with doubt.
Are you sure? You're making a lot of people feel uncomfortable rocking the boat the way you are and making a lot of enemies for yourself. Are you sure this pursuit of yours is worth it? What if it turns out to be nothing? You'll have annihilated your friends, made a fool of yourself, just to end up back where you started.
And then Christian thought he didn't know anything at all. Maybe he should shut up and take the promotion. The thought of that being the end of his journey sent him into a deep depression until he came to his senses.
When I was headed towards Jesus, I had hope. You have nothing to offer me. You either can't see the burden I'm carrying or pretend not to. And either way, you don't know how to help me get it off of me. I'd rather step out into the unknown with hope, rather than give up and be stuck with this burden forever.
And so Christian overcame the obstructions of pride, criticism, mockery, isolation, temptation, and doubt, and completed his journey. For as God promises, when you seek me, you will find me. As Christian said,
Jesus, I'm sorry for the things I've done wrong. Please, come into my life. I want to live my life for you and with you.
finally, he was freed from the great burdens of sin and separation from God, and able to step out with confidence into a new life of freedom